Okay, and if we can look back at last weekend's result against Taunton, you must be really pleased that we scored 4 tries, because that was something you've been talking about in previous episodes.
Yeah, I was pleased. Mike and Rob were pleased, but more importantly, so were the players. We don't set out to lose games, but it's important that you get as much out of it as you can. And one of the ways you can start that process is by scoring tries, and we get a bonus point for scoring 4 of them. So that's been something we've been aiming for, and it was good that we scored 4 and 4 well worked tries. To be honest, and maybe we were a little bit unlucky not to have got one just before half time, which would have given us 3 in the first half. So we're really pleased with that. To credit the boys, whilst they were happy with that, they were also critical of themselves after the game about conceding so many points again. So that will be something we continue work on. There's no point in scoring 4 tries if you're letting the opposition score 12 or whatever they scored. We need to bring that try count down, and then again, not going into games wanting to lose, but I suppose what the next aim would be to score 4 tries and get a bonus point for getting within seven points as well. So things to work on, but yes, a big plus for us.
Okay, and unfortunately we picked up 2 injuries on Saturday. Can you update us on the situation there?
Yeah, one bit of good news was that Tom Bax, who was stretchered off with a neck injury, is fine. He was discharged that night, having had some tests, and got back to Cardiff University the following day. Spoke to him on Monday. He was going to have some physio, and then I spoke to him again yesterday, and he's fit to play, and he will be in the squad for Saturday. So that's good news from his point of view. Obviously, the more serious one was Liam, who was having an outstanding game and had actually been so far had an outstanding season really. And he has broken his shoulder blade scapula close to his shoulder joint. Now he's having a scan tomorrow, and once they've seen that scan, they'll be able to decide how best to manage him. It's hoped that he won't need an operation, but it will mean that he's out for a good few weeks now, taking him well into the new year. And only time will tell as to how quickly he gets back. But clearly he was very disappointed at the time. A little bit happier when I managed to get a message to him that we'd score 4 tries, but very disappointed, and obviously in a lot of pain over the weekend. I'm hoping to meet up with him tomorrow to get his kit back, obviously, but to obviously have a chat with him and see how he is.
Okay, get well soon, Liam. So in terms of Saturday's match then, away at Southend, who is likely to be in the squad?
Well, we've sort of got a few more than we need at the moment. I'm not sure how many people realised it on Saturday, but we only had 19 fit bodies, so we were a man down on the bench. Thankfully, we didn't need that last person. But this week we've got a few extras, so there will be some people who are a bit disappointed that they don't get selected. But at the moment, as it stands, we're looking for a squad of Nathan Thomas, who had a good game again last week. Ali Widdop, Tom Bax, obviously I just said he's fit again. Tom Sanders and hopefully Fids. If there's an area where we're struggling, it's front row numbers. Robbie Arthur rang me up today to say he picked up an injury playing for Bath University yesterday. So that sort of stretched us a little bit in the front row. Andy Cannock, Jack Taggart and Ben West for the second row. And then Greg Price, Ollie Spanswick, who scored our 4th try on the wing last week, gets a chance to come back into the back row. And Claude Springer will probably step into 8 where he finished on Saturday when Liam went off. And then Harry Sparks, who's a new young lad who joined us a couple of weeks ago, and will cover some of the back row. Jack Avery's struggling with a shoulder, and we feel that it's best that we give that time to recover. So Andy Gale's going to come down from Birmingham and fill in at 9. Will Clark, Ian Herriot's back with us this weekend. Oscar, who played very well at 13 on his debut. And then we've picked up a new player who I've been in contact with for a few weeks now, has moved down into the area, called Tim Parker, who will move straight into centre. He's been playing at Manchester University for the last 2 years in their first team, has played a couple of 18 games for Sale as well. So it's a bit difficult to see how he's going to go, but he's having a baptism of fire and getting thrown straight in there. Joe Gren, Martin Freeman and Lloyd Cole. So there are some people that are on the fringe there, and who knows, probably end up playing if things go as badly as they've done in the last few weeks.
Okay, so people who can't travel to Southend, what's happening at Monk's Lane this Saturday and Sunday?
Now I'm probably going to get things completely wrong here. I was going to say no games on Saturday, but I know the B team are playing. I'm not sure whether they're playing at home or not though. But what I can tell you is that on Sunday, the Colts are playing. They had a bye in the first round, so they're straight to the second round of the National Colts Knockout Cup against Melksham here at 2:00. And it's quite a key competition for the Colts. 2 or 3 years ago, I was lucky enough to be involved with a group of lads who are now playing in the first team, who got all the way to the plate final of that competition. Having drawn their first game against Bristol, they were put into the plate side and got all the way to the final and won it. So that was great. And so we're keen that we reproduce that. And so some of our first team guys who have been playing Ben West and Ollie Spanswick, we might need to sort of consider how much time they play on Saturday so they can help the Colts. But that's a 2:00 kickoff, and then the ladies or the women are also playing on Sunday, and obviously they're having quite a good start to their season. I was up here on Sunday myself watching the Colts on one pitch and the ladies on the other, so they're all enjoying themselves. So they're kicking off at 2:00 as well. So there's a couple of games at home for people that want to come up on a Sunday if they have to go shopping on Saturday.